The key to life is understanding your needs for you. People are going to come into your life and think that they know what you need. People are going to tell you what they think you need, and sometimes you're going to believe them. Sometimes you're going to lose track of where you want to go and what's important to you. And it's all because people, with the experiences they have, constantly think that they can apply them to any and all situation, where there is some truth to it, but oftentimes it couldn't be further from the truth. There's that old expression that's like, I've been around the block. When you're speaking very broadly, that term I think applies. There are a lot of different things that you go through in life and experience in life that everybody does. Little situations that you get put in that are just a part of growing up. And then there's those situations that are specific to the times, and they're specific to the person, because we put ourselves in situations and we experience things and we go through them. So those help us to grow as a person. Those help us to determine what's important to us and what we want to do with our lives, and just a lot of different things. They help shape us as a human being. So when we surround ourselves with a lot of people, young, old, whatever it is, that constantly think they know everything, there is this thin line of, I know everything and I'm going to tell you what you need to do, and I've done some things, I'm going to suggest what I think you should do. And it's important when letting these things in that you realize that your opinion on the matter is the most important opinion out of anybody's. We lose sight of things when we let people in too much. We always need to understand what's important to us in any situation. No matter who says that, I've done this before, you don't want to do this, it's not worth it. Even if on the other side they say, I told you so, or I was right, I think that it's not always necessarily a bad thing. We sometimes go through that, and then it's like suddenly it's a terrible thing. Oh, I told you so, you shouldn't have done that. But life is all about that. Life is all about experiencing things and making those choices and going through things so you can learn and become a stronger, better individual, not just a person. I'm using that word individual for a reason, because we are all individuals. No one else is like anyone, It's kind of a funny way of saying that, but still, you get it. Like, there isn't anybody else like you in the world. There's doppelgangers, but don't get smart with me. I mean, just from a personality standpoint, from an experience standpoint, from a likes and dislikes and the path that you've taken, nobody's like you. So once you realize more and more as you get older that it's more important to experience things for yourself, no matter what anybody else says, instead of always heeding to what someone else is telling you to do, you're going to actually start living your life and not living someone else's life. And that's important. If you want to get somewhere, you have to trust your instincts and go with your gut. Like, I know it's the same thing, but just tell yourself that you want to do something. Tell yourself you want to go after something, and then do it. Whether it is right or wrong, does it feel right or wrong? Because if it feels right, it's right. Whether you find out it was wrong later, screw that. I don't care. If it feels right, do it now. Do it now, because you might not get the chance. And oftentimes when we take those paths on a consistent basis over and over and over again, we end up in a place where we're really satisfied, really happy, and we can look back at our progress and say, wow, I'm happy that I trusted my gut and got to where I wanted to be, instead of constantly listening to everybody else. So understand your own needs, and don't let anybody else stop you from doing what you know is most important to you. 60 videos later, and wow. Crazy. Anyway, talk to you guys tomorrow, as always.